Well, we're here in Ric Gibbs' studio, and Ric, you actually designed the first ever Sun book, didn't you?
That's right, yeah. It was an idea after a couple of years of Shot Up North, the actual exhibition happening, and then there was an idea to actually put an exhibition catalogue to run alongside it. So I was asked to get involved with that and put the first book together.
Well, that was back in '93.
A little bit before then, I think.
It might be. It might be.
And I did it. Well, I did the various books for a good few years and that, and then it was sort of opened up to other designers, etc., to have a look at it. And that was when it was under the sort of.
Well, we had it under the AOP before we made it completely autonomous.
That's right. Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
But then when we took it into our own hands and opened it up to the rest of the world, that was in 2005, and we re-looked at its whole identity, didn't we?
That's right. It was really sort of looking at it as a sort of standalone piece, really, and looking at the branding of it, having its own identity, and just very much it's very much its own look to it and style and that, and that's where I've kind of been sort of ever since. We started with that in 2005. Was it 2005? Yeah.
It was 2005.
And so it's just been developing. Well, like any sort of design project, it evolves.
So what's it like actually having to cope with all the stuff that we throw at you for?
It's really quite easy in a way, because the actual book itself, it's the actual design element of it. It's there to promote the photographers, and the images are the complete and utter hero of the book. So in a sort of design exercise, the style and that is set, and it is just totally about the images, and to put those into the best environment to make sure that they're noticed and can be seen perfectly well.
Yeah, it's the images which are the actors on the stage who really want to be noticed.
That's right, the complete and utter heroes. And in terms of actually putting the book together, it's a big project, and there's a lot that goes on with it. But having done quite a few of them, and quite a few years spent in this industry doing stuff, I know what to expect.
And we've got a bit of a redesign this year as well.
That's right. Yeah, we've been looking at new identity for it, a new ident. And just some recent discussions as well, a few ideas of a few little marketing ideas, bearing in mind that it's the 21st sort of anniversary this year. So a few thoughts on that, of how we can celebrate that. And just a few sort of nice ideas coming through for sort of other aspects of it, maybe a few sort of posters and things like that, that aren't really about the photographs, but more about the photographers that have been involved with it. So there'll be more on that soon.
Yeah, well, it's all about promoting the people who participate, isn't it?
That's right. And I mean the book, is great. I mean the feedback that we get from it, it's great for me to hear the feedback and that, because to a certain extent the design in there is very transparent. But as I say, it's about the photographers. But to get the feedback, so hearing back from design companies and ad agencies and that, it's not about me, it's about the actual photographers in there. But they find it absolutely fantastic, to see this and use it as a very good, point of reference in that. So,
when you're not designing Sun, what's the sort of work that you get involved in?
I do all sorts, really. I think it's probably fair to say that the majority of my work, what I do is in these sort of entertainment, music, theatre and arts, is where I do an awful lot of sort of promotional work, posters, limited editions, etc. But I work on brochures, I do a lot of website design, tend not to get too much involved in the actual building of websites.
So not the coding, but the graphic design.
The actual sort of design and styling, and making sure that a branding or identities and that, it just works across absolutely everything. But I'm getting more and more involved in actual coding, etc. now, which is quite interesting. But I did a lot of different areas. I sort of look at, from corporate work, reports and accounts, etc., brochures, to a little two-sided A5 leaflet for a local florist. Or something.
And the clients are not necessarily in this country.
No, I do a lot of work for a couple of clients in Holland and Norway. I do quite a lot of brochure work and marketing for them, and also a couple of companies in America. One is, which is great, I mean it's on the entertainment side, is Miles Copeland, the ex-manager of the police and what have you, and his record label. I do quite a lot for him, for various like UK events, but also stuff in Europe as well. And just looking at sort of possibly album covers and this sort of thing as well over there. And also there's another American company I do a certain amount for, more styling. I tend not to do the actual finished artwork. That's actually done over in the States. But I do a lot of this. It's quite a large sort of corporate shoes and sort of medical shoes and things like that. Maybe not the most exciting thing, but we get some quite interesting things going on with it.
So, if people want to get hold of you, get in touch with you, how do they do that?
They can indeed. It's ricgibbs.com. That's RIC Gibbs.